I was talking about my priorities when it comes, or what a new buyer's priorities ought to be. And number one was, how does it ride? How does it ride? How does it behave in the water? Because if that ski doesn't behave well in the water, I don't care how comfortable the seat is. I don't care how bitchin' the sound system is. I don't care how innovative the dashboard is. I don't care if it sits there and massages my butt like one of those chairs at Sharper Image in the mall. All that crap doesn't amount to hill of beans if the hull doesn't ride right. If that boat bow hunts and goes anywhere the wind blows, you're like, this thing sucks. This boat sucks. And you're going to be like, yeah, I'm 18 grand into this thing, but I don't like the way it rides. And so number one priority is, how does the boat ride? How does the boat ride? And that's it, man. Number one, out of the gate. All that stuff is fourth or fifth down the list. For at least for me. At least for me. I have to sit there when people ask me questions, and I have to go back to the basics. I mean, I have to really, really dial it back and go, what kind of water are you riding? What's your experience on skis? Where are you going on this thing? How good of a rider are you? How do you plan on riding? Are you racing? Are you offshore? Going hardcore offshore, standing up, bars up, bend your knees? Are you a cruiser? Are you farting around with your wife on the back? I mean, what's your plan? Because people go, well, I'm looking at this and I'm looking at that, and I need to know the megahertz of this. And I'm like, no, you don't. You need to figure out what kind of boat you need for the water you're on. Oh, really? Yeah, really. I had a guy hit me up and he goes, well, I don't want to spend a lot of money, so I'm looking at a Sea-Doo Spark. I said, oh, Sea-Doo Spark's really affordable. I'm like, great ski. And he says, well, how stable is it with two adults? I go, it's not very stable at all with two adults. I'm like, me and a little kid, it's not real stable. He's like, oh, well, that's a problem. I go, it's a problem? Right. And then I stopped and I go, where are you riding? And he's like, I can't remember what beach he was coming out of, but he's like, Lake Michigan. I'm like, whoa, woo, pump the brakes. He's like, what? I'm like, absolutely under no circumstances should you be taking a Sea-Doo Spark with your wife out onto Lake Michigan at any time whatsoever. Lake Michigan is a war zone. Lake Michigan is the roughest freaking water I've ever been on. I'm like, absolutely. He's like, oh, really? How about a Yamaha EX? I go, no. I said, you need to go find something used. I'm really cautious of people being lured by bells and whistles and all the fancy pants, all the fancy pants stuff, and not paying attention to what kind of riding and what kind of ski they're actually buying. There's a lot of guys get all jazzed up on something they think they want. They don't use half the features, or they get into a ski that beats the hell out of them, and they go, oh, I should have gotten something a little bit more attuned to my riding ability and to the environment that I'm riding it in. They don't consider that. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out. This clip was taken from our weekly podcast that we record here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to watch the whole video, you can go to the Watercraft Journal's YouTube channel, go to playlists, and then click on live sessions. You're going to see it there. Otherwise, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow. And again, thanks again for watching our videos, and we hope to see you soon.